Huh? Huh?
I was going to say, I take.
Boys? Good, Kerry? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our regular council meeting of April the 11th, 2023. Call the meeting to order. And can we get the approval of the agenda of the April the 11th, 2023 regular council meeting? Moved by Councillor Noel, second by Councillor O'Grady. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. And can we get the adoptions of the minutes of the regular council meeting of March 28, 2023? Moved by Deputy Mayor Slade, seconded by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. Move on to business arising from the minutes. Okay, move on to number 5, proclamations. We have 2 proclamations, and the first one is the International Day Against Homophobia and Transphobia, May the 7th. Whereas the Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms recognizes that no one can be discriminated against on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity or expression. Whereas Canada is a society open to everyone, including lesbians, gay, bisexual and trans people, LGBTQ+, and all other people who identify with sexual diversity and the multiplicity of gender identities and expression. Whereas, despite recent efforts towards greater inclusion of LGBT people, homophobia and transphobia are still present in society. Whereas May 17th is the International Day Against Homophobia and Transphobia, is celebrated as such in many countries and is the result of the Quebec-based initiative promoted by Foundation Emirates starting in 2003. Whereas there is a reason to support the efforts of Foundation Emirates in holding this day, therefore I, Mayor Frank Bott, do hereby proclaim May 17, 2023 as International Day Against Homophobia and Transphobia, and to recognize this day as such. Signed at Carbonear, Newfoundland, the 11th day of April. Yes, okay. Moved by Deputy Mayor Slade, second by Councillor Noel. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. And our second proclamation is for the World Maternal Mental Health Day. And before I read it, on May 3rd, 2023, the obstetrics nurses at the Carbonear General Hospital, as well as many family, friends, and patients who are walking to support this cause, we would like your support to walk the town boardwalk on May 3rd at 2 p.m. So on May 3rd at 2 p.m., if you're available, join us at the boardwalk for this walk for World Maternal Mental Health Week. And I'll read the proclamation here now. Whereas since 2016, a multidisciplinary group of international maternal mental health activists, academics, clinicians, and people with lived experience are coming together once a year to raise awareness to demand maternal mental health services and support for all. And whereas in many countries, as many as 1 in 5 new mothers experience some type of perinatal mood and anxiety disorder, PMAD, these illnesses frequently go unnoticed and untreated, often with tragic and long-term consequences to both the mother and the child. And whereas no one is immune, women, men, partners, and birthing persons of every culture, age, income, level, and race can develop PMAD. Symptoms appear at times during pregnancy and the first 12 months after childbirth. There are effective and well-researched treatment options available to women to help women recover. And whereas increasing awareness will drive social change with the goal towards improving the quality of care for women experiencing all types of PMAD and reducing the stigma of maternal mental illness. We are encouraging mental health professionals, friends, and relatives of individuals and families to ask them how they are feeling and encourage them to seek help. We are also encouraging our elected leaders to commit to ensuring timely access to perinatal mental health services. And if we can get a mover and seconder for that, moved by Councillor O'Grady, seconded by Councillor Snow. All in favour? Contrary-minded, motion passed. Councillor Snow. Okay. Let's move on to number 6, permits and correspondence. Councillor Snow.
Have a look at slide 5 there in your draft box.
Microphone there. Oh, hold on now. Okay, also in attendance here today, but remotely, is Councillor Doyle. She's on vacation, so she's here with us in voice.
Okay, that's councillors. Just have a quick look at permits in slide 5. Here, see if there's anyone in conflict of interest. If there is, so be resolved to approve permit 10159 to 10163.
And can we get a second for that? Second by Councillor Deputy Mayor Slade. Discussion? All in favour? Aye. Contrary-minded, motion passed. And we'll move on to 6.1. 6.2, correspondence requiring council's decision. Correspondence received and action taken. You have looked down there, 6.3. Okay, move on to number 7, committee reports, administration and finance. Councillor O'Grady.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There's a few items here. I got several motions. I guess we've all been through the terms of reference for the theatre board, so we got a motion to approve those terms as distributed. So resolution resolved to adopt the revised terms of reference for the Conception Bay Regional Community Centre Theatre Board as presented to council.
And can we get a seconder for that? Seconded by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary-minded, motion passed.
Also, rules of procedure. So we've also, I guess, council has gone through those. So we now have those here as well. Resolved to adopt the revised rules of procedure for conduct of meetings as presented to council.
And can we get a seconder for that? Second by Councillor Noel. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary-minded, motion passed.
And then the just another, I guess.
You want to hold on? Just 1 second now. You will lose contact. Just give us 1 second there, Councillor O'Grady.
Okay, you good?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. The standing committees have another resolution as well. Resolved to adopt the committees of council and appointments to external committees policy as presented to council.
And can we get a seconder for that? Second by Deputy Mayor Slade. Discussion? All in favour?
Aye.
Contrary-minded, motion passed.
And I think there is still a couple of committees that we're working on the terms of reference for the Special Events Committee and the Recreation Commission as well. We'll have those for you, I guess, hopefully next meeting. The property tax, we had our first report on taxes for 2023. I think our water tax is 70% collected. Property tax, 70% collected, water and sewer is at 66%, and the business tax is at 71%, so we're actively working to collect the rest of those taxes. And the other item we had, I guess, was the SPCA for the Bacaloo Trail. We give them a grant every year, so we need to make a motion, resolve to provide a grant in the amount of $1,500 to the Bacaloo Trail SPCA.
And can we get a seconder for that? Second by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favour?
Aye.
Contrary? Motion passed.
And the only other thing, I guess, Councillor Doyle is on the phone, so she probably can't say, but there was they had a Thriving Regions information session, so one of the strategies, I guess, is called Getting to Know Your Neighbour. So Councillor Doyle and a councillor from Harbour Grace are going to work on a community project between both towns. So I guess she'll have more to say about that at another meeting. And that's all I have. If anybody has any questions.
Any questions for Councillor O'Grady? Okay, thank you. Move on to number 7B, Public Works, Waste Management and Community Services. Deputy Mayor Slade.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I want to touch base on
Microphone.
I hear you. Okay, it's just a couple of items into the minutes themselves, and I want to bring forward. One is the waste management part of it, and we're in the process of drafting a plan for that now. The public work supervisor and staff, I guess they're going to bring back something to the committee so we can have a look at it, so we can bring it back to council. Another item I'd like to just bring forward, and I think this item is very, very important to the town, it's very important to people themselves, and that's civic numbering. The civic numbering, there is a policy in the town as for the civic numbers. I think where it becomes really, really important, if you happen to be calling 911 or whatever, and you haven't got a number on your house, that could become a problem for ambulances. It could become a problem for our fire department. So it's very, very important for people to understand that whatever your civic number is, you should place it on your house. That way, you're not going to be that hard to find. And so I look for people to just pay a little bit of attention to that. That's a very important item, and the committee felt also that it was important enough for us to spend time on, and hopefully people will come forward and get their numbers on their houses, and that makes life a lot easier for those folks. There's one motion that's going to come from our committee meeting, and that's resolution number 1. Resolved that the town of Carbonear approved the replacement of the gas detection system at the Chlorine House by Oliver Control and Electronic Limited per quote provided in the amount of $7,900 plus HST, and I so move.
Moved by Deputy Mayor Slade, seconded by Councillor Noel. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary? Motion passed.
And that's it for me, Mr. Mayor.
Any questions for the Deputy Mayor on Public Works? Thank you, sir. Move on to 7C, Development. Councillor Snow.
Okay, I'll ask councillors just have a look through the committee meeting minutes there. If you got any questions, they can ask. There's a couple of things I'd like to bring to council's attention there. 1C, the Portable Signs Act. The town had a business apply to put a portable sign, and we discovered that that wouldn't be that wouldn't be permitted under our sign regulations or the province's Highway Signage Act, and discussion, I guess, among staff ensued, and we found out that our own sign that we've got over there isn't permitted as well. So we may have to get council together and have a little discussion, see if we can problem solve. We know how important it is to get business traffic to our downtown, which there's been money spent provincially and federally as well as council dollars to attract customers to the downtown, and, you know, not being able to advertise on the main highway certainly be a detriment to some businesses there. So we could probably have a little brief discussion. Someone might have some ideas there. I think if you read down through C there, that the minister may have some discretion that he could permit as, for the town sign anyway, a temporary or I guess possibly even a permanent approval that we could put a sign there. But would that be a wise thing to do if we're telling other businesses that they can't have a portable sign there? I myself, my own thoughts on it, I think it's time to get modern with things, maybe a nice new digital sign there that we can, you know, easy to change the message, and, you know, with Wi-Fi and smartphones and everything, this day and age, you can certainly update a sign pretty quickly. Now, I don't know if over on that busy intersection would be the right place to have people reading signs. You could have an accident. So it might be a better location. I don't know if we thought about even up where the sign for the entrance to the, where the town's brick sign is now welcoming people to the town of Carbonear, up there or something. But I'm interested to get my fellow councillors' opinions and thoughts on the issue. It's certainly a bit of a little more tangler than you might think, right? Because it's not only our sign, it's, we got to look at other businesses that are downtown, trying to attract customers, right? What we can do to possibly help them, if there's anything that we can do.
I think so we'd have to have some
Yeah.
other discussion, like, is there's some other issues I think I
Yeah.
mentioned this along to you as well.
I'd just like to pass an opinion on it, and it's only my opinion. I think, Pete, you may not be far off America. It's time for us to get a little bit modern as it pertains to a sign there that we could quickly change, we say, from one message to another to our residents. And I think it'd be a great improvement, we say, to the town if that could be done.
Certainly a permanent sign as opposed to, you know, something that can be blown over. I'd also like people to, we had a correspondence from a citizen of the town wanting to meet with the whole of council, but according to our rules of procedure, they would have to meet with the committee first. And I don't think the committee certainly doesn't have any problem meeting with a resident to discuss any issue.
Actually, we went through one similar to that not too long ago. The process is they have to meet with the committee first, and then if they request to meet with council, then they'll meet with council. So I think that's policy, and so I think that's the proper procedure.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Slade. I've got a couple of resolutions here from the Development Committee. Resolution 1, resolved to approve the following application in accordance with applications submitted. The Town of Carbonear Municipal Plan and Development Regulations and other conditions as specified. To construct a rear deck at 195 Water Street, conditional upon requirements of the Heritage Zone. And 2, to construct a greenhouse at 27 Bemisters Hill, conditional upon no objections or representations being received from the discretionary use advertisement. And further conditional upon the application being referred to committee and council for further review if objections are received in response to discretionary notice.
Moved by Deputy Councillor Snow, seconded by Councillor O'Grady. Discussion? All in favour?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion passed.
Okay, our second resolution there is resolved to refuse the following application to construct a fence at 22 Grassy Lane since the proposed exceeds the maximum height requirement of the Town of Carbonear fence regulations.
Moved by Councillor Snow, seconded by Deputy Mayor Slade. Discussion?
Excuse me, I wanted to ask if I was
Oh,
a
sorry.
conflict on that one. One of the residents of that house is a coworker of mine. So I'm asking if I'm in conflict.
So we got a question there, guys, to see if Councillor Dahl is in conflict. Would anyone, go ahead, Councillor.
Not from barely being a coworker. I just got dinged. Miss, what made your day?
Do you want to say it again, Councillor Noah? You want to say it again? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that by merely being a coworker does not put one in the conflict of interest, so I don't think she is.
And can we get a second for that? Second by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary, motion passed. Councillor Dahl is not in conflict. Okay, so no more discussion on that. All in favour? Contrary, motion passed. Yes.
Councillor Snow moved to the second?
Councillor Noah moved it. Councillor Snow seconded.
No, the one.
Oh,
that was
before.
for the conflict of interest,
Yeah.
for the motion
For the
to-
resolution.
It was-
Councillor
Motion
Snow,
And-
Deputy Mayor Slade.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions for Councillor Snow on his report? Thank you, sir. We'll move on to number 8, the reports of our fire chief. Welcome, Chief Adam.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor. This past year, we had 82 fire calls, there were 32 false alarms, 19 motor vehicle accidents, 8 brush fires, 4 vehicle fires, 7 chimney fires, 3 power line related calls, 2 flood calls, 2 animal rescues, 1 water rescue, 1 wheelchair assist, and 1 medevac. And we currently had our AGM on February 8th. And that's where our newly elected members came in. Chief, myself, Adam Earl. First Assistant, Keith Keogh. Second Assistant Chief, Scott Mullins. Captain Chris Pike. Captain Trevor Crawford. Lieutenant Ian Green. And Lieutenant Don Antle. And our training report. Training is ongoing every week. Every week there's something different to be trained on. And all our firefighters are being trained to a level 1 standard. That's what's requested by FTS. And I just have some other things here. Throughout the year, like we had Fire Prevention Week, was a great turnout. All the kids of the community. They visit the hall, saw all the equipment, firefighter equipment, got to try some of it on, got to play with some of it. Got to see what a firefighter looked like in real gear so they don't get afraid. Along with some rides on the fire truck. We also had hot dogs and loop bags for them. We did have some community events where we had breakfast with Santa Claus. With that breakfast, it was a food donation. They had at a local food bank. We had the Santa Claus parade with some loop bags. We had the Fireman's Ball. We had some service award medals. We had Ron Garland and Richard Rossiter for 35 years service. Tom Crawford, 30 years of service. Steve Barrett, 25. Keith Keogh with 20. Eddie Rice had 10. We had Steve Green, Peter Chubbs, Mike Slade, and Don Ettle of 5 years. And after that, then, it was sadly to say we had one retirement of a good fellow firefighter of 35 years of service with Ron Garland. He was active right up until the day he retired. And it was going to be sad to see him go, because he was a good firefighter and well dedicated to the hall and to the town. And last year, the convention, this past year, myself and Keith and Ian attended. Conventions are good places to go. There's a lot of learning. There's a lot of seminars, training, and it's not also for firefighters. It's also for their spouse or significant other. There's a lot of seminars for them, like say to know how to deal with signs of a member, like a firefighter when they get home. If something is happening, you see them going downhill, We get seminars on what signs to watch for, what to do, and where to call, so nobody don't go downhill quick. And other than that, that's it. Other than we just recently accepted 4 new members into the hall. We had Trevor Snow, Tyler Rogers, Maxwell Barrett, and Daryl Parsons. And the boys are eager to train and showed up to everything and wants to go to everything. That's my report, Mr. Mayor.
Any questions for the fire chief?
No, I just have just a remark, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to congratulate all those firefighters for their long-term service awards. And also like to say welcome to the new fellas. And I tell you, I spent 20 years down there myself. I know what's involved, and I'll tell you, when I was in the mayor's chair, Mr. Mayor, I used to sleep pretty comfortable knowing that our fire department was out there, and the service that they provide to the citizens of Carbonear is second to none. Second to none. So once again, I'd like to congratulate all those guys, and I'd like to also congratulate you, Adam, on your second term as fire chief.
Thank you.
That's all, Mr. Mayor, from me.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Any other comments? Councillor Noel?
No, just, of course, I want to echo what Deputy Mayor Slade said, but I just noticed in the report there, of course, this is the time of the year again where we get the brush fires. How easy it is for something to get out of hand and people to, to follow the procedures as outlined by the town and the fire department, because that can get away from people pretty quickly, as people who let many people know, unfortunately. But I just wanted, I think we should make an effort to remind our citizens, not, is there only a small audience here tonight, but there's a lot of other people who will probably be taking risks that they shouldn't be taking.
Absolutely.
Just a note as well that the town is in the process of updating its fire prevention regulations. We're just waiting now for the review by the province, and they have been reviewed with the fire chief. So hopefully we'll get that approval soon, so council can move forward with that adoption.
Okay.
Thank you, Chief Adam.
Mr. Mayor.
Okay, we'll move on to number 9, finances. Operating invoices over $2,000.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The invoices are listed there in your Dropbox. Resolved to approve operating invoices over $2,000 in the amount of $20,470.77.
And can we get a seconder for that? Seconded by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion passed.
And we have one capital invoice for Water Street Landscaping Phase 2, Harrison Associates, invoice number 7032, the amount of $20,320.50.
And moved by Councillor O'Grady, seconded by Deputy Mayor Slade. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion passed.
That's it for the invoices.
Okay, so we'll move on. Number 10, regulations for adoptions, notice of motion. Number 11, 12, new business. I think that's it. I don't have nothing to say tonight. Moved by Deputy Mayor Slade, seconded by Councillor Noel. Oh, and before we go, I do have something to say. I was distracted by the page. Okay, the town is having their volunteer appreciation reception, and right now it's, I guess, tentatively for April the 27th. I guess that's pretty much a confirmed date. It will be held at the Princess Sheila Nagara Theatre Community Room at 256 Water Street. All are welcome, and I hope and trust the administration and the councillors will attend. This will be posted on our website as well, and there is an RSVP by 4:30 on Friday the 21st of April.
Also, Mr. Mayor, if I may,
You may so.
if you looked at the what's on your agenda, take note, Kettles on, the community meal, April 18th, from 11:30 to 1:30, at St. James Anglican Church. And I'd like to see so many councillors and staff and that also get out to that one. We'll even provide a time slot there for the staff to attend, so they won't have to go home for dinner.
There you go. Now,
And that's it for me, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, there you go.
I move.
Moved by Deputy Mayor Slade, second by Councillor Noel. Meeting adjourned.